Hey guys, welcome to an update here on the channel. This is a big update. We have just heard from Mick Agresta on Gettable with Riley Beveridge and Cal Toomey, and he was asked a number of questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through absolutely everything that was said and summarize it in as little time as possible and make this an efficient exercise. Now, firstly, he was asked around the draft and who we're targeting and what we're targeting, and he revealed...
How long have you been set? Particularly when you moved up to pick 3, did you know at that point basically the 1 or 2 that you're going to be targeting?
Not the 1 or 2. And being really transparent around, there's probably 5.
Yep.
We've done a number of interviews and got Vossi involved in those. But we've been pretty consistent. We think it's a real pointy end, and we're pretty excited that one of those 5 will be, well, they'll definitely be there at 3.
Yep.
And that's probably why we're so keen to get in that part of the draft.
So, we've heard a number of names now. We've heard Jagga Smith, probably more so in the last 24 hours, 48 hours than what we had previously. Sid Draper's a name that's in there. Harvey Langford. We now know someone like a Sam Laylor is tipped to go pick 1. So there's a few names there. Finn O'Sullivan, who we've heard of, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see whose name's called out.
Now, let's talk about a couple of names. I know you don't have to commit. We don't expect you to do that. But Jagga Smith's season has been remarkable, and he's had a really consistent couple of years, really. It's been a key to his performance. Tell us about Jagga as a player.
Yeah, so obviously that consistency is probably the key word there. So you go a long way to find Jagga playing a poor game. I'm not sure there is one, but we've looked under most rocks. But... yeah, his consistency and perform at different levels. So to go up and perform at VFL level, even school level last year, but national level, outstanding character. Yeah, he's going to be a good player.
And Sid Draper, we had on the show yesterday, and he spoke around having Vossi over and chatting with him and just having this all-time legend in his sort of lounge room, and Michael Voss, because you were there as well.
Yeah.
But what did you make of Sid's form? Because it felt like his second half of the year was really enticing.
Yeah, I'm not sure the players actually acknowledge that I'm in the room when Vossi's there. But Sid, just his speed and power and lateral movement. His performances at senior level, again, were exceptional this year. Great character. And a lot like those 5 that we've mentioned, having Vossi there has been really important for us. Those boys know they're getting drafted. So, and this is probably the 2nd or 3rd time we've been to meet the guys and had the interviews. And their questions are very targeted around how they can get the best out of themselves, the culture of the club, the standards. And we felt, and Vossi was really keen to, no better person to articulate that than Vossi.
An interesting question was asked around the player and what they're expecting.
Do you need someone that can impact straight away, given the club's in that window now? You've made finals the last couple of years. You made a prelim in 2022, I think it was. Do you need someone, or 2023, do you need someone that can come in and make an impact straight away?
I don't think so. You're pointing into the draft, they're going to come in and contribute in some way next year.
Yeah.
But we're making this decision hopefully for the next 10, 15 years. And as I said, our midfield group is just starting out as well. So we think they've got a lot of footy to get together and going forward, but really dangerous if you're drafting for today.
Yeah. I think the narrative around fans is, oh, well, we didn't get Houston, so then that means pick 3 is going to have to come in right away and play an impact. And that was something I was curious about, and that is something that we have seen is, only a couple of players in this top 5 are tipped to be able to play round 1 and impact straight away. So I liked when he answered that they're looking for a 10 to 15 year player rather than someone that can just definitely come in straight away. I think what that shows is a maturity and a patience. And I know that we all want to win right now. We want to win next year's premiership. But the reality is the window doesn't end next year. There is a sustained model of success that we're after. So I was actually really pleased personally to hear this. I wasn't sure if we were going to go with the line around, wanting to win now or win in the long run. So I have no issue with top 3 pick coming in, and if he needs, if he gets some exposure next year, I mean, ideally we get a player that's going to come in and hopefully be a premiership player. But at the same time, I don't want to risk the future, and I don't want to take away anything from the future just for the present. I'm all about that sustained model.
The Camporeale boys being in the national draft as well, do you expect the bid to come for Ben in the 30s or so?
We're really well prepared. We've probably got dozens of scenarios of where the bid might come. And and how we can do the best thing for the football club and still, again, as I said, we'll have another live pick past pick 3 and what that looks like.
Do you think it'll come before 38? You're hoping it doesn't?
No idea. As I said, we're really well prepared of what that looks like. If that's before 38, so be it. If it's post, we've got some scenarios there as well.
What's the differences between those two? I mean, we see it from our point of view, and Lucas being more of the runner, Ben more of the ball getter inside. Do you sense a good complementing of each other?
Yeah, and that's probably the best thing, and I've been really transparent around. They're completely different players, not just the left and right foot. Lucas is a bit more outside, and he obviously can play half back as well. And he showed his versatility going inside at the back end of the season when Ben was out. Ben's a natural ball winner, but he's really strong overhead. The one thing they do have in common is they're unbelievable competitors. For those that get to watch them, even school footy or for Glenelg, you can hear how vocal and how competitive they are, especially with each other.
The voice, aren't they?
They are.
There's definitely the voice that carries.
He made an update about Cody Walker.
A name that carried out of the under-16s was Cody Walker.
Yeah.
Are you already, as a footy club, pretty excited about what you're seeing from Cody?
Yeah, we are, and probably the big thing for us has been our
Father, son, of course, of Andrew.
Yeah, our investment in their academy. So that's been really significant over the last couple of years, and the Camporeale boys were part of that, or still part of that. But yeah, to have Cody part of that and get access to the club, the staff, the facilities is we think it'll help him, and probably it's a great attraction for us as well.
So that's exciting news, more so for the future. He did confirm that Denver Granger Barras is an option to be added to the list.
We'll invite Denver Granger Barras to be a part of that train on as well.
Yeah, so we've still got a bit of work to do through that SS period.
Yep.
What happens depending on the draft and the rookie draft and who's available. But we'll have a number of players come in and train over that period as well.
Tom de Koning, positive sentiment around Tom de Koning.
There's a big free agent on the cards for the Blues next year in Tom de Koning. He's going to be one of the most wanted men in the competition. How do you go about as a football club trying to get him to commit his future? You've had a good track record in the past of players who hit that point in their career signing long term.
Yeah.
How does Tom get done?
I think you just create that really stable environment, somewhere where they want to be. And Jacob Wiedering signing recently just demonstrated that. But, and as you mentioned, all our free agents that have come out, they've wanted to stay. And Tom's obviously a couple of years ago, it just felt like yesterday, signed the extension. So we're really comfortable where that sits.
And that just goes back to the strategy that we've seen take place. We've locked away pretty much every single member of the spine. Now Tom will be the final piece of that, and then we'll start talking about Sam Walsh. He comes out of contract in a couple of years. So yeah, it's a positive affirmation, and one that I think we're just waiting for that update to come through that Tom de Koning has signed his contract. So we'll wait a little bit longer for that. And then just the reaffirmation. They're really hot on the draft.
Is this one of the best drafts you've seen in your time?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Probably because there's something for everyone. You got your tools, you got your small forwards, your midfield at the point end is elite. There's exceptional depth throughout the entire draft.
We hear hype every year, but not to that level. To say that it's one of the best drafts he's seen in his time is definitely a profound way to describe it. And look, it's evident by the way that we've acted, getting that top 3. It's evident that we value it. It's evident that we're looking to build a model of sustained success rather than just go for the sugar hit short-term win. And I like it. I'm on board with it. I'm starting to get very excited for the draft. Now, don't forget, the draft is going to be taking place over 2 nights, and we're going to be here live on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel with Pommy. We're going to be doing a live watch-along, not just for Carlton, for any footy fans whatsoever. Every single pick, we're going to have live power rankings of who's remaining with each pick. So if you have any friends who are Carlton supporters or not Carlton supporters, be sure to invite them. Now, that's the update in this video. We'll have more coming shortly. Stay tuned.